Welcome back to Learning Warriors of Middle-earth, Episode 7. So we are doing the last faction. It is the Spiders. So I hope you're feeling creepy and crawly with me here today anyway. So the Spiders are brought into play if... Let's roll the dice here for example's sake. So say you move the Fellowship, you got hit, it's a reveal. If the Fellowship's last known location is not Rivendell, now you can bring the Spiders into play. So they are just like the Eagles in that way, in that they... can be brought in like that. Like, even if the Fellowship declares in Lorien, now their last known location is not Rivendell. So they don't need to be revealed, they just need to be not Rivendell. And then Shadow Player can spend one muster, and they put a spider in both Dol Guldur and one in Minas Morgul. So that's their recruiting spot. Like every other faction, they bring their faction die into play. So if, it comes back next turn, now you use the recruiting, it adds one spider to Dol Guldur and one spider to Minas Morgul every time you use that for recruiting. So the Spiders are, in their potential, I think they're the strongest faction out of the three, specifically in regards to corruption anyway. I think if, the Fellowship is going the long way and they're getting stuck and you draw into their event cards early and you manage to cycle it, they can do a shocking amount of corruption damage. Anyway, so let's go through their cards. There's her own offspring. Recruit one spider figure in Dol Guldur and one in Minas Morgul, or add them to the starting setup. Then if spiders are in play, move all spiders up to 2 regions. So I'm just going to put them down here after they've been looked at. So yeah, it would be nice. Get to muster them, get to move them out, say hello to the Fellowship, start running north. So that we can also say hello to the Fellowship. Then there's Craft of Shelob. Move all spiders up to 2 regions. If the Shelob's Lair special hunt tile has not entered play, it's now in play. So with the faction deck, you're slightly more likely to have Shelob in play by the time the Fellowship gets to Mordor anyway. Like, especially if you, do some card cycling anyway. Then there's Huge and Horrible. So this is their stay on the table and make them slightly stronger. Just like the Dunlendings, it makes them, they can count as army figures for putting a reroll on the Fellowship. That's not why I think they're so strong, but it can be useful. And it also, they can, if you're using their Call to Battle card, then they can add to the combat strength of an army. Notably, you can't take them as casualties. I learned that the hard way recently. But yeah, they could still be useful for attacking slightly stronger that way. These 2 cards, though, are the ones that I think are really strong. There's Children of Ungoliant. So move all spiders up to 2 regions. Then you can kill one spider in the same region as the Fellowship to inflict 1 point of hunt damage following the rules for a successful hunt. If the Fellowship is hidden, the Free People's player may choose to reveal it to prevent this damage. So that's decent, but it's not like that great. So when it says 1 point of hunt damage, that means as if you just did a hunt and pulled a 1 out of the bag. So you could cancel it with Axe and Bow or Horn of Gondor, or you could kill a companion to reduce it by that 1 damage. Or, of course, you can simply prevent it by revealing the Fellowship, like it spells out here. And here's the one that's, I think, really strong, is Evil Things. Move all spiders up to 2 regions, then you can kill 1 spider in the same region as the Fellowship to draw a hunt tile. If it shows an eye, discard it without effect. Otherwise, follow the rules for a successful hunt. And there's also, where's my favorite? His Will and His Mallets here. There's 2 of those out in the deck where choose 1 faction event card in your discard pile and add it to your hand. If you happen to draw into Evil Things and 2 of these, then you can draw 3 extra hunt tiles on the Fellowship if you manage to recruit the spiders even once more and the Fellowship takes long enough getting to Mordor, then just 3 extra hunt tiles drawn for, to be fair, that would take 5 action dice to accomplish that, but I've done it and it feels really strong. Like, if the Fellowship is struggling and it's in the balance, this can actually just be devastatingly strong. So anyway, I think the spiders have a lot of potential there for corruption anyway. Let's see. And then there are their combat cards. They're called the battle cards. So there's Webs of Shadow and Hideous Speed. So Hideous Speed is really good if you're doing the Lords of Middle-earth setup and they put out, an alternate companion, as you'll see. Before the combat roll 1 die. On a result of 1 or 2, eliminate 1 of the spider's figures. On a result of 5 or 6, eliminate a Free People's leader or a level 1 companion in the battle. If Huge and Horrible is in play, the spiders add to the combat strength of the Shadow Army in this round. So, yeah, it's really good for maybe quick assassinating a leader before the start of a battle. So if it's a pretty buffed up stronghold, say they managed to muster up a couple of elites in Erebor, but there's just the 1 leadership, then getting to take away that 1 leadership can make that army hurt a lot less as it goes down. And especially if this is alternate Gimli, then you can kill Gimli on a 1 and 3 before the battle even starts, right? So that could feel pretty strong. The original Gimli, of course, is level 2 and thus can't be killed by that. And then there's Webs of Shadow, which I can't tell you how many times I've forgotten to play this, or I've seen someone else forget to play this, and you would have gotten a free extra hit from it if you just remembered to play it instead of nothing. So anyway, if after the leader reroll, again, you need spiders with your Shadow Army for these to work. It's not like the Eagles where they can be 4 regions away. If after the leader reroll, you scored more total hits than your opponent, including hits from any free people's pre-combat attack from a combat card or faction called a battle card, you may eliminate one of these spiders figures to score 1 additional hit. So yeah, if this Dol Guldur army had a couple spiders with it, and we were besieging Woodland Realm, and we attacked, we rolled 2 6s, and they rolled only 1 hit back, then I could just kill one of these spiders and say, now it's 3 hits. And I've eliminated and I've finished off the stronghold. So that can be useful. You are relying on rolling natural 6s against strongholds, though. It can be decent in a field battle, too, though. Anyway. So, yep, that's most of what there is to the spiders. They are brought out of condition, not if Minas Morgul and Dol Guldur are conquered, but if you, at any point, have 0 spiders in play, then the spiders are out of play and you can't bring them back into play anymore. So they're like the Eagles in that way, too. Yeah, so that is all there is to the factions. I think I'm going to do one more video in this series, just summarizing the, what do you call it? The other cards that got added to the deck and just how those influence the game. There's a few really strong ones for the free people, so yeah, they get their own video. See you next time. Bye.